Mercy Village Church, it's time for this week's pastor's update, and I primarily want to touch on some things that we touched on at our member meeting. If you weren't able to make it to our member meeting this past week, but you're a member at Mercy Village Church and you'd like to see a copy of the agenda, including our financial reports, schedule of upcoming events, things like that, please reach out and let me know, and I can get you. I can send you a PDF of that information. Would love for you to have that if you desire to have it. All of you will have access to those dates and times of upcoming events. If not this Sunday, then next, but always through the app. We're continually adding upcoming events, times, and things like that on the app under, well, and I'm recording this on my phone, so I can't look, but I think it's right there on the main page. It says like upcoming events or something. You can actually see them there. And things that require being RSVP'd for or signing up to bring things, all that will be contained in the app. So incredibly useful and thankful to have that app for that purpose. We'll also have a printout of dates, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday, first Sunday of March. So be on the lookout for that. What we talked about as far as events are concerned, and this is applicable to everyone, even if you're not a member of Mercy Village Church, but we want to see everyone engage as much as possible in those events. So when you get on the app or you see that printed out list, if there are things on there that you feel interested in or you feel like you can contribute your talents and your skills and your time to helping pull off, then reach out immediately, save those dates on your calendar, and just plan on engaging in whatever way possible. We talked about at our member meeting how we are a growing church, but we're still small enough that for us to pull events off, it requires many of us to engage. So in fact, most of us to engage in some of them. So check those dates out, and if you can be involved, let us know. There are two topics that we talked about at the member meeting that are additionally applicable to all of us, and I want to address those really quick. This will serve for our members who weren't able to be there as well. First, one of the things we talked about is how on Sunday mornings, for historically, and our church is young, but most of the visitors who have showed up have been invited by others to be there. So those friends, those relationships that they have are normally there to greet them, sit with them, make them feel welcomed at Mercy Village Church. But for time to time, and it's happened a few times recently, I was sharing at our member meeting, as we become more well known as a church, there are now people who are coming in who really don't know anyone else, kind of for the first time. So these kind of first time visitors who don't really have any connections to our church. And one of the things we talked about was us just being intentional as members and regular attenders of Mercy Village Church, kind of looking for those new faces, those new folks that we see. Please join us in that. One of the things we talked about, and I know I've had conversations privately with a lot of you folks. I know that Sunday mornings are incredibly busy and it's difficult to get there on time. And we are super chill and super relaxed, and that's not going to change. But if you can be there early, please consider coming at 15 or 20 after. Like, if that's possible for you, please do it. Be intentional about that, because one of the things we're seeing, and it is what it is, but one of the things we're seeing is that some of these new folks, these new visitors, that's when they're getting there. It's the first time they've ever visited a church. They don't know anybody there. They're getting there about 15, 20 after 10. And sometimes that room is empty. So again, that's not guilt. That's not nagging, I promise. And that's not us saying that we're going to start being real formal about the time or anything like that. But that is saying if you can be intentional in that way, that would serve some people, I promise you. And then to be there and intentionally engage folks who are there. Lastly, another thing that came up at the meeting is what elders are at Mercy Village Church, what it means to be an elder or a pastor of Mercy Village Church. And so we kind of spent some time not only talking about the reality that as the church grows, as the church does become larger, there's going to become a need for more elders as we grow. Right now, our church is up at a size where the two elders, Pastor Josh and me, Pastor Paul, are plenty. But it is our prayer that the church is going to grow and we will need more pastors, more elders um, to help pastor our church. And so I just wanted to clarify what an elder is and what the process is to become one. Another reason it's healthy to talk about it now is because the elder process takes some time, a year and a half, 2 years. And so Lord only knows how much we'll grow by that point. But we at Mercy Village Church, this is how we say it, we're member owned, deacon led, and elder directed. So elders serve as kind of directors of ministry. They have an eye towards the future to see what's coming for Mercy Village Church, to make decisions about the future. They have a responsibility to pastor, serve, and love the people, so shepherds of the flock. So there's that comes through giving spiritual wisdom, counsel to people, praying for people, teaching, leading in ways that are unique to the gift of pastor, or to the position of pastor. If you have any interest in just learning more about what it means to be an elder at Mercy Village Church, please talk to me or to Josh. We'd love to share with you more details about that. Again, what we see is that as Lord willing, our church continues to grow, there will be a need for more pastors to lead our church. And so pray about that reality. Would God have you to be a pastor of Mercy Village Church? Even if it's just like, I'm not sure, maybe, even if it's just a maybe, we'd love to talk with you and have a conversation about what that looks like. Again, those are biblically qualified men, and I can share with you where you can read what those biblical qualifications are for a pastor. But again, that's just something, right, that as of today might not be a desperate need for our church, but we're prayerful that it will be in the future. If you have any interest, even just the tiniest little bit of interest in learning more about what it means to be a pastor or an elder, same word, or same role, just different words for it, reach out to either Pastor Josh or myself, and we'll get you some info and get a conversation. And to that end, if you're interested in becoming a member and you're watching this, our membership class will be 2 parts, March the 12th, March the 19th. I think those 2 Sundays at 9:15 before the service. Again, being a member is just saying I'm all in. With that comes the access to those member meetings. Not only that, but you become someone who votes as a part of our church, who takes actual real ownership in the direction of the church. So that's kind of what it means practically. What it means spiritually is it's just really raising your hand, not literally, but raising your hand figuratively and saying, I'm all in on this. This is my church. I'm all in. I want to invest myself. I want to take ownership of my place here at the church. This video is long. If you stuck it out this long, thank you. Thank you to all the members who came out to our member meeting. And again, if you want a copy of the agenda and you're a member at Mercy Village Church, please let me know. I'll send you that report that we shared at our member meeting. Love you guys. Can't wait to see what God has planned for all of us this weekend as we worship Him. And love you guys.